What's up guys, it's Captain Rex Production 72 and welcome to my review of 75376 Tantive 4. This set contains 654 pieces, is an 18 plus set and retails for $69.99. It's not the most expensive of the new Starship series, and as Lego is, you can see by the side of the box, that's what we're calling it. It's got a nice box art, it's got the 25th anniversary logo because that's when it's coming out. Of course, the set has the brick, which is pretty cool. It's a nice looking model, and you got that nice kind of blue grey on the ground for all these sets. In the back, it kind of shows you stills from the movie, as if it's the real model you're looking at, and then the kind of dimensions, which it's kind of cool seeing dimensions on Lego boxes again, because I remember in like kind of 2012-13, that was a big thing that they were doing on boxes, like the kind of blueprints. So it's kind of nice to see that make a return. Now, of course, you don't get any minifigures in this set, but I'm going to be showing you what you can swap out of that piece for, and what I have swapped that piece out for. So, for $69.99, we're going to establish if it's worth it. Personally, I think yes, but I'm going to try and explain why, maybe. Last week, we done the Superstar Destroyer from last year, which took me a year somehow to review, and my next video will not be a review on one of these, but my next review should be, like, I've got the Invisible Hand coming, and I plan to hit the Vulcan, so let's jump right in. But this is a really cool set. So here we have the set. My first initial thought is it's lengthy, and I like that. It really represents the set very well. I feel like all the kind of proportions and stuff are what I would want. Now, obviously, like I said, this set is it worth it? For $69.99, there is no printed pieces in the entire set. Well, okay, that's not true. The brick here, which I'll take off and show, this is the 25 years brick of Lego Star Wars, which is cool and all. I do like it. I wonder if they would have done these sets even if they were not, it wasn't the 25th anniversary of Lego Star Wars, which, it is cool, but some people might complain it'll make the set look dated in a few years, but I really do like it. It's a cool brick. That kind of bluish R2-D2 is nice. Obviously, there's nothing on the other side, but it's a cool piece. You could take that off as well, but yeah, that and the brick that just says, Tantive, which you can see there. It's on the bottom of the display pack. All these sets, which I really do like, the transition from last year to this year's, the stands are more or less the same design, and that is pretty cool. So one little thing, and I'll show you towards the end of the video, minifigure wise, because that's what I've been putting there. So coming over to the set, it is pretty cool. Now, my first problem is you do not get a printed cockpit. See, there should be some glass going right across. You do not get that, which annoys me. They've done these little side stickers, that you can see here, and that's on either side, but they just don't go far enough, with the detail on the front of it. Other than that, everything else on this set is being done to a T. You got little blasters that are here and there. You can actually move these a little bit. The model will shake. You get these turrets that are on here, which you could move by kind of keep them in the position they tell you to. I will be showing off the underneath. I will be taking off the stand to do that. Then, of course, I'll show you the stand. Coming along kind of around here, you kind of got like the kind of docking bay ports, which is really nice. I'm not going to try and show you it because I've tried doing it a few times, but you'll probably see it in reviews. There's a lot of minifigures in there. Now, they're not accessible. It's not like it's like in the Superstar Destroyer we showed off last week, they are easily accessible enough. The problem is, with that, they're not on this one. You would physically have to rip apart a lot of this portion in order to remove the whole things look like minifigures. I'm not sure what it's like on the Invisible Hand of the Vulcan because I don't have those sets. I was so excited I'm getting the Invisible Hand, but yeah. Obviously it's kind of like one of the main kind of office areas. Like I said, you've got the docking bay kind of areas, like, I'm trying to remember the exact terminology in Star Wars for those. It's the airlocks. So it's kind of like you have the airlocks kind of here, and this is where the stormtroopers and stuff are kind of be coming through, and that whole scene in A New Hope. You got the kind of radar dish that's actually designed to move. It's like a movable piece, which is pretty cool. Coming to the back, you do have all of these stickers. Now, it is reflected on the bottom, and unfortunately, like I said, they are stickers. You do get some nice greebling on the side, which is symmetric on the other side. And the engines on this are so well represented. I really, really do enjoy the engines. those do look cool. I'm going to push this one in a bit. There we go. But it is really nicely done. And of course it's going to be the same going on the other side of the set. Now we're going to take it off the stand here. This one has a bit of a unique way of connecting to the stand versus other ones, but you know, it is maybe not the best way to describe this set, but it is swooshable, you know what I mean? So if you flip it upside down, obviously there's not 100% detail, but you do get those same stickers, which I suppose the only reason why Gold done those there is because those stickers, I guarantee you if they'd done the print they wouldn't have done it. Like, I personally don't feel they would have. And of course, you know, you've got the engine details, you've got you can see the technique of how this set connects. Now, here's a cool little detail, which goes in, and this piece does fall off a lot, I will point that out. A cool little detail, even though it shows you R2 3-pole and Leia, and it misses out one of these little circle pieces. The reason that has been missed out is because that's where the escape pod, which is what all these little bits represent, where R2 and 3-pole would have been launched, and of course you've got the little cannon there. Now we're going to jump onto the stand. So you can see this one has a bit of a different connection versus with the Tantive. Now I suppose I could pull that off there, but from what I've gathered in my about a week of owning the set, this is probably the easiest way, you know, for me to do this, like take it off. Now the stand itself, like I said, very similar to all the ones. You've got the 25th anniversary brick, you've got the little plate, which, you know, says Tantive 4. Now you get this little extra bit. Now, yes, there's more modern versions of this minifigure. This is the newest version of this Leia I have. But if you wanted a Leia from episode 4, again, you could have a Rebel Trooper. You could have Captain Antilles, but I think you go for a Leia. So I would like to emphasise this minifigure is not included. This is from the 2011 Millennium Falcon, but you know, you could stick her on there, and you know, again, it's an idea. I showed it with the Darth Vader in the last review, so kind of showing off some more suggestions here on what you could do. So here's kind of the point where the stand kind of connects, like so. So I mean, that wouldn't be too bad a display piece, you know, to have a Leia. Personally, on my display, I have Darth Vader on the Executor, so to have a Leia on this, and you know, put Han with the Falcon, and probably put General Grievous on the invisible hand stand, which is, you know, something I'll try and do in the reviews. But remember, you do not get this minifigure. This minifigure's 13 years older than the damn set, but it's a cool set. Let's have a quick look at the instructions. Okay, here we have the instruction booklet, which is a weird angle for them to show this. I suppose it's better than showing it long ways. See, the previous mid-scale set we looked at, being the Star Destroyer, came out with a all black instruction mat. No, it didn't. It was a box, sorry. Was also in this horrible white colour. See, since August of 2022, we have not had, you know, the instructions of old where you got the box art. It's just these, you know, horrible looking renders, and you get the barcode. It's like, as minimalist as possible is how I would describe these. And of course, you open it, you got all that stuff, you know, whole kind of models and stuff. You could pause and kind of read all this stuff, you know, the designer. You know, an actual bit of in-canon information about this ship. That makes it even cooler. And then, of course, you're going to get to your building process and just all that good stuff. Kind of that cool Star Wars logo on the back. So, I suppose at the end of the review, we need to answer a question. Is this actually even worth buying? So, yes and no. See, the Starship series, right, and I'm just going to include the Executor in this because technically that's what it is. It just didn't have the name yet. This, and I'm going to say this for the same thing as the Falcon, the Invisible Hand as well. Yes and no. Like, they're not worth it because also to some people, it really depends, because you don't get a minifigure, which would be kind of cool, but they would probably up the price more. Because I feel like if they were to take this set and throw in Leia, they would somehow charge £10 more. Keep in mind, the prices I'm doing, I'm based in the UK, so that needs to be taken into consideration. You know, the pricing. But yeah, you don't get printed parts other than really on the stands. Now, that's just my experience with this one. The Executor didn't have any stickers. I don't know about the other two sets. I'm gonna assume they do. But in a sense, it's like, you know, these are the cheapest way we'll ever get some of these vehicles. Yes, they're not play scale or UCS nice, but the decent amount of detail they put in these is more or less kind of like micro UCS sets, which is cool. Now, yes, Lego and Aware are limiting themselves by calling it the Starship series. You know, it's not like we're going to get like sand crawlers and sail barges like this, but it's a cool idea, you know, because Lego have only ever done 2 play scale Tantives in 2009 and 2019. Both sets are extremely expensive, so it fills a gap for that. Same in the sense that the Millennium Falcons are always expensive. The Executor has only been once in 2011, and that's like $1,000 or so now. So, and these are more displayable. You know, you can put these on a desk if you have an office job or something. I don't know. They don't take up as much space. So I personally think, yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow price wise, but personally, like, I'm not usually a completionist collector, but I really like the Starship series to the point where I want to collect all of them. You know, I'm actually only one set away because I've got the X. So like I said, yeah, I have the Invisible Hand coming, so we're more or less sorted, and that'll be the next one I review. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you then.